Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, our lesson today is about the mean trigonometrical ratios of the acute angles. Think and discuss. Use the right angled triangle ABC shown in the figure opposite, like this. Complete using one of these symbols: greater than, less than, or equal. If measure of angle C greater than measure of angle A, then the side opposite to angle C is AB. AB is greater than or longer than the side opposite angle ABC, then AB is greater than. AB over AC more than 1 or less than 1. AB AC AB is the side of the right angled triangle. AC is the hypotenuse, then the hypotenuse is the longest side. Then AB over AC less than 1. AC over BC. AC is the hypotenuse, BC is the side of the right angle, then AC over BC is greater than 1 or greater than 1. AB over AC divided BC over AC by multiply the reciprocal, then AB over AC times AC over BC. Cancel AC with AC, then AB over AC, AB over AC, AB over AC equals 2. Number 5, AB over AC plus BC over AC. We notice that the common denominator, we take one of them, AC, and add the numerator, AB plus BC, AB plus BC. We learn that the inequality of the triangle states that the sum of two sides in a triangle greater than the third side or bigger than the third side. AB plus BC over AC, then the relation states that is greater than 1 because numerator greater than denominator. AB square over AC square plus BC square over AC square. We take that like the first AC common factor, AC squared common factor, then AB squared plus BC squared from Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square, AB square plus BC square equals AC square. AC square over AC square equals 1. The mean trigonometrical ratios of the acute angles. Sine means opposite over hypotenuse. Sine equals sine C equal opposite over hypotenuse. Angle C, the opposite of angle C is AB, hypotenuse is AC, AB over AC. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Angle C, the adjacent of angle C is PC, hypotenuse is AC, then BC over AC. Tan means opposite over adjacent. Tan angle C, opposite of angle C is AB, adjacent is BC, then AB over AC. That's the mean trigonometrical ratios for any acute angles. ABC is a right angle triangle at C. AB equals 13, BC equals 12. We must find the length of AC, as he said, find the length of AC by Pythagoras theorem. AC squared AC squared equals AB squared minus BC squared equals AC squared 169 minus BC squared 144 equals 5 to 25. AC equals square root over 25 equals 5 centimeter. Then the length of AC equals 5 centimeter. Number P, find each of the following. Sine A equals opposite O 12 over hypotenuse 13. Number 2, cosine A, angle A, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent 5, hypotenuse 13. Tan A, opposite over adjacent, opposite 12 over adjacent 5, 12 over 5. Sine B, opposite 5 over hypotenuse 13. Sine B opposite 5 over hypotenuse 13. Cosine B adjacent 12 over hypotenuse 13, 12 over 13. Tan B opposite over adjacent, B opposite 12, 5 over adjacent 12, 5 over 12. Number C, proves that sine A cosine P plus sine A cosine A sine B equals 1. Number C. From these relations, sine A equals 12 over 13 times cosine B 5 over 13 plus cosine A equals 5 over 13 plus times sine B equals 5 over 13, 5 over 13. Then the result equals 144 plus 25 over 169 equals whole 1. Number D 1 plus 10A, 1 plus 10A square, 10A opposite over adjacent, 12 over 5 power all power 2. Then the result equals 169 over 25. Drill ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle where AB equal AC equals 10, AB equals 10 centimeter, AC equals 10 centimeter, and BC equals 12 centimeter. Draw AD ray perpendicular BC, AD intersect BC equals D, point D. This is the isosceles triangle. Find the value of sine A, sine CAD, cosine CAD, tan CAD. We first find the length of AD. AD is the median or axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry bisect the base from the isosceles triangle, bisect the base, then CD equals 6 centimeter and DB equals 6 centimeter. Triangle ADC is a right angled triangle. We can find the length of AD by Pythagoras theorem. 10 squared minus 6 squared, 100 minus 36 equals 64, square root equals 8 centimeter. You can do this this steps. To find sine CAD, angle CAD, this angle. Sine opposite over hypotenuse equals 6 over 10 equals 2 over 3 over 5. Cosine CAD, angle CAD cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, 8 over 10, then divided equals 4 over 5. Tan angle CAD, tan opposite over adjacent, opposite 6 over adjacent 8, by simplify equals 3 over 4. Second, prove that sine C plus sine square C plus cosine square C, sine square C plus cosine square C equals 1. Angle C, sine squared C plus cosine squared C equals sine angle C opposite over hypotenuse, 8 over 10 squared, plus cosine angle C adjacent over hypotenuse, 6 over 10 squared, by adding this relation, then equals 100 over 100 equals whole 1. Number B, proves that sine B plus cosine C greater than 1. Sine B in this triangle ABD, sine P opposite over hypotenuse, 8 over 10, plus cosine C adjacent over hypotenuse, 6 over 10, by adding equals 14 over 10. 14 over 10 equals 1.4. 1.4 is greater than 1. Number 5, ABC is a right angled triangle at B. ABC is a right angle at B. AB equals 8 centimeter, A equals 8 centimeter, PC equals 15 centimeter. Write each of the following trigonometrical ratios for sine C, cosine A, cosine C, tan C. First, we must find the length of AC. AC squared equals 15 squared plus 8 squared equals 289. Then AC square root of 289 equals 17 centimeter. AC equals 17 centimeter. Sine A, angle A, sine opposite over hypotenuse, 15 over 17. Cosine A adjacent over hypotenuse, 8 over 17. Cosine angle C adjacent over hypotenuse, 15 over 17. Tan tan angle C opposite over adjacent. 8 over 15. 8 over 15. Number 6, ABC is a right angle triangle at B. ABC right at B. This is right angle. If 2AB equals square root 3AC, then what is the length of AB and what is the length of EC? AB, the length of AB equals the ratio, this is the ratio between AB to AC, AB to AC equals square root 3 to 2. AC is the longest, AC is the longest, AC is the hypotenuse, is the longest. AC equals 2, AB equals square root 3. 2K, square root 3K, that's the ratio, 2K and square root 3K. To find the length of CB by Pythagoras theorem, then CB squared equals 4K squared minus 3, 2K squared minus square root 3K squared, square root 3 squared, then 4K squared minus 3K squared equals K squared. By taking square root equals 1K. That's the lengths of the side of the triangle ABC. 1K, 2K, square root 3K. Find the mean trigonometrical ratios for angle C. Angle C only. Angle C. Sine C, cosine C, and tan C. That's the mean trigonometrical ratios. Sine, cosine, tan. Sine C equal opposite over hypotenuse. Square root 3K over 2K. Cancel K with K equals square root 3 over 2. Square root 3 over 2. Cosine angle C adjacent over hypotenuse. 1K divided 2K equals 1 over 2. 1 over 2. Tan C, tan opposite over adjacent equals square root 3K over 1K equals square root 3. In the opposite figure, ABC is a triangle. Measure of angle A equals 90 degree, AC equals 15, AB equals 20. Then we must find the length of BC. BC squared equals AC squared 15 squared plus 20 squared equals 625. By taking cube root, then BC equals 25 centimeter. 25 centimeter. Prove that cosine C adjacent over hypotenuse 15 over 25 times cosine B adjacent over hypotenuse 20 over 25 minus sine C sine opposite over hypotenuse 20 over 25 times sine B opposite over hypotenuse 15 over 25. As we see, this ratio equals this ratio, then the difference between equals 0. The difference between them equals 0. Number 10, ABC D is an isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles trapezoid. A, P, A, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. That's the letter D. 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 And AD, AD parallel PC. Parallel PC. AD equals 4 centimeter. AB equals 5 centimeter. Then ADC equals 5 centimeter, because this isosceles trapezoid, these two equal sides, where PC equals 12, PC equals 12 centimeter, proves that 510B cosine C over sine square C cosine plus cosine square B equals 3. We must find a right angled triangle to angle B and a right angled triangle to angle C. Construction, we join AX perpendicular BC and DY as it is perpendicular BC. This figure AX YD is rectangle, as you see, rectangle. From properties of rectangle, then XY equals 4 centimeter, and the two triangle DYC and AXB are congruent. Then XB equals YC. The remainder from 12 is 8. 8 divided 2 equals 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Then the mean trigonometrical ratios for angle B is the same the mean trigonometrical ratios for angle C, P and C. This triangle, we can separate the triangle AXP 4 centimeter, right, at X 5 centimeter. Then we must find the length of AX by Pythagoras theorem. Then this side equals 3 centimeter. To prove that the ratio equals 5 times tan opposite over adjacent, 3 over 4, times cosine C like cosine B, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, 4 over 5. Denominator sine square C like sine square B, sine square C, sine opposite over hypotenuse, 3 over 5 whole power 2, plus cosine P, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, 4 over 5 square. In numerator cancel 4 with 4, 5 with 5, the remainder is 3. In numerator equals 3. The denominator equals 9 over 25 plus 16 over 25. In numerator equals 3, denominator equals 25 over 25 equals 1. Then the result equals 3. 3 over 1 equals 3. That's the end of our lesson. Thank you.